highway going down to the shore today. But before I left for the shore, I had to go pick up parts for a mower for one of the tractors. So I go to the farm implement, the farm dealership, and guy behind the counter I know, good guy, says, has the fire marshal come by your place yet? And I said, no, why would the fire marshal come by? He said he's coming by all the big places. I was like, oh yeah, why is that? And he says he's coming around saying he's got to do a safety check, but he's actually looking for anybody hiring illegal aliens and having them work on the farm. So as soon as he's on the property, about 5 minutes later, ICE shows up and they start ransacking the place and grabbing anybody on the farm that doesn't have papers and throwing them out, hauling them off. On the surface, that doesn't seem like a bad thing. You got illegals, so do something about them. But here's the rest of the story. New Jersey's got a hell of a problem with not illegals that get up every morning and go to work and file their paperwork and wait for years for it to come through. They got a hell of a problem with people that come up here, illegals, not just from Mexico, not just from South America or El Salvador or whatever, not just southern gangs. There's a huge problem with people coming over from Europe. There's Russians, there's Ukrainians, there's all sorts of people, Poles, and not that any of them are bad people, but the Russian mafias, they're here in New Jersey big time. You get into Essex, Bergen County, they're there. You want to open something up, you deal with them before you deal with the Italian mob. Gas stations, any kind of convenience stores, they've got it under wraps. They control the human trafficking for the most part. All the go-go bars, they're all Russian girls that get promised, a great job or something, and they wind up being prostituted out. It's great shit. In any event, but when ICE shows up on the farms, New Jersey still has a huge agricultural base. For example, a friend of mine, they grow a lot of sweet corn, but they don't just grow some sweet corn and stand on the side of the road in a truck. They do tractor trailer load deliveries at a time for grocery chains. They do the same thing with tomatoes, peppers. There's a lot of beef. There's not much dairy left anymore. There's a lot of pigs, a lot of beef, a lot of vegetables. And when ICE shows up on a farm and drags people out, that really knocks the hell out of the agricultural business in New Jersey. And New Jersey, and I called a friend of mine and I told him, this is what's happening, you got a big operation, just be advised. And he said, yeah, you know why they're doing this? And I said, no. He goes, the Democrat governor and all the Democrats, the liberal communist Democrats in the state, Trump said, he wants to get tough on immigration, and he's actually been better on immigration. He's actually fixing the problem the Democrats created, but the Democrats want to make him look bad, so now the state fire marshal is driving around to farms, opening the door for ICE to grab people out to make Trump look like the bad guy. And when he told me that, I had to think about it, and it's like, yeah, that makes more sense than anything else, because for all practical purposes, New Jersey is a sanctuary state. If I don't have a driver's license, I'm driving down the road and I get caught, I'm in big damn trouble. If I'm illegal and I get a don't have a driver's license and I get caught, it's like a $200 fine, and they
in half a mile, keep left to stay on Garden State Parkway.
And pay the fine, get in your car, and you drive home, and nobody seems to care. You get in an accident, nobody cares. The courts don't care, the police don't care, nobody cares. But now all of a sudden the state's going around banging heads, and it really is.
Keep left to stay on Garden State Parkway.
And it's a terrible thing that liberal Democrats are so gotta pay a toll. They're so in love with the idea of destroying Trump that they're willing to inflict that much pain on people. And the people they're inflicting the pain on, these are the people you actually want in the country. These are the people that get up, go to work. They got jobs. They want to be Americans. Then most of the time they file their paperwork. They're just waiting for something to happen. We stopped at a pizza shop yesterday, and the food was better than usual. So I asked the waitress, and she said that the cook and another guy, both of which have been here for years, both of them had filed paper for years, forever ago, and we're waiting for the response. Both married to Americans, both have kids, both pay taxes, everything. INS came in and grabbed them and took them away a couple of days ago. And that's a really good example of the wrong people. Meanwhile, MS-13, ICE doesn't want to bother with them. Those guys bite, you don't mess with a dog that bites. So you leave them alone, you go after the easy dogs. Anyway,
in 2 miles, take exit 81 for Lakehurst Road toward Toms River.
Anybody in New Jersey that's got any kind of farm stuff going on, and anybody in Pennsylvania, Eastern Pennsylvania, what happens in Jersey happens in Pennsylvania next. So Stony Ridge farmer, PA farmer, keep your eyes open for it. It'll be coming to you too soon. Have a good day.